Welcome back to another one take. Today we're taking a look at the Daring, one of my favorite tier 10 destroyers, and probably one of the better tier 10 destroyers. I've made a few videos on this ship in the past and talked a little bit about why I think it's the best line to go up for beginners. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I want to play it. Notice in this game that we do have a carrier to deal with. It seems like he wants to scout this side a little bit, so we're gonna have to play a little bit passive, constantly just aware that we have a 2.8 kilometer spotting circle with planes specifically. Notice that our carrier is scouting for us, so we know there's an Gunboat here, right? That's not always information you're gonna have, so looking at the enemy team list, we can see that I'm gonna outgun all their DDs, so it didn't really matter what was gonna be here. I was gonna play pretty aggressive regardless. But we do get that nice little bit of spotting from our carrier, so we know that, yeah, we can definitely play aggressive. Although the Talon has a radar, so we gotta be a little bit careful of that. We're not sure where the Alaska is. That's the other radar we gotta worry about. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good about this game. I like playing the Daring because I feel confident to push in and take fights and play aggressive. It's pretty fun. This ship is just good all around, though. The torps really aren't that bad. There's certainly better torps at tier 10, though, let's be honest. But this ship is really strong. I really like the 7 smokes that allow us to just constantly take fights, get out of jail free card kind of thing. There is a DD in here. Shimakaze coming in the middle, good to know about. All right, we're just trying to take fights. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. He's not shooting his guns at all. There he comes. There we go. And we're spotted for a little bit here, simply because the Talon is still within our detection range, and he's gone. So I don't need to use my smoke there to get away. And I've got my own personal hydro, so I know I'm not going to eat torps. That's what I love about the Daring, especially if you're getting into destroyers for the first time, or you've played destroyers a lot. It's really convenient to have that personal hydro, because in situations like this, I'm just not worried. That's always one of the downsides of playing a Gunboat DD, is taking a random torp and losing a ton of HP early on. So we don't have to deal with that, which is great. This Talon is in a pretty rough spot. Let's be honest here. Yeah, we got a St. Vincent coming in, Stalingrad as well. This is not going to go well for this guy. We're going to just keep him spotted. I know he has a radar, but it's tier 8, so the radar's not too scary. And with the Lion pushing away, we know there's not a lot that we have to worry about on this flank specifically. Now, we don't know what this guy's going to do. He's gonna radar. That's fine. We're watching his turrets. He finally got his turrets pointed at us, so we're just gonna slow down, turn in. Talon struggles a bit with its accuracy, so... And the other thing is, its radar duration isn't the longest. Pretty good blind fire, honestly, I will say. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna smoke up. Because the carrier's here, and because we can get some damage in on this Talon and help our team just finish him off real quick. The St. Vincent should crush him, honestly, but we'll just use the gun power here a little bit. There's the St. Vincent salvo. He didn't actually do as much as I thought. I should have my AA on it, by the way. When you're in smoke like this, and you can be helping your teammates take out planes, you should. Sometimes it's going to give your position away and people are going to blind fire you, but I'm shooting my guns anyway, so I may as well try and help out with the AA side of things. I probably could have swapped to the AP, to be honest, but I decided to stick with the HE. The reason being is just consistency. Sometimes AP, while it has theoretically better damage output, HE is just super consistent. AP, you have to worry about the you gotta worry about those things called bounces and shatters and overpens. It's a little unfortunate. At this point though, we've won the South and our team is holding-ish up in the north. Looks like our San Diego will go down, but we got a pretty healthy Iowa here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push up into B and try and help our team here. We're ahead on points. It's looking pretty good so far. We had never want to push into the enemy spawn, by the way. Daring is a DD that we really want to go after capture zones. We really want to go after DDs. And if we get the opportunity, sure, we'll farm some battleships. I won't say no to that. St. Vincent does go down, to be expected. He kind of overpushed into the spawn there all alone, which is unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate. But I think this game should go late. I like games like this that aren't decided right off the bat. Audacious coming in with dive bombers. Just spooky. Probably gonna spot me with them. Turn our AA on while he's here. And then turn it off again so we can go dark. It's a bit of a... Yeah, it's a bit of a balancing act to try and figure out how to use the AA without, you know, giving too much of my position away. I'm also not going to push out from behind here until I have my Hydro again. I just want to make sure that I'm not just going to eat some random stupid torps that are going to kill me. The Shimikaze's there. Interesting. I'm not going to open up on him, actually. Reversing though, so I'll open up. The Plymouth probably shoots at me here, so that's why I'm going to try and angle the best I can to him. Alrighty, so we got a bit of chip damage in. Not too much, but a bit of chip damage. And here's the thing, we have a heal. We just have a heal to regain all that lost HP. So I'm really not worried about these engagements. That's the thing I talk about when it comes to DDs with a heal. It's just so valuable to take engagements early on, because over time you're just going to be able to heal back all that, not all of it, but a lot of the damage you take. I'm going to try and help our all in here. I don't know if I can, but it's just a Shima. It's not too much to worry about right now, but he's on low enough HP. It looks to me, though, like the Shima's not pushing him. So I want to push around behind the Shima, I think, is my play. I think that's my play here. Simply because we can. Like, there's nothing here. Like, the enemy team is totally gone from here. So there's nothing holding me. There's nothing holding me from not pushing this. And yeah, the Shima's going to try and get out, but he's not going to be able to. And at this point, I'm trying to help my DD with the AA. Our team is finally getting some shots in, but I think we should be able to finish him off there. Nice. So that's 2 DDs killed already. And that's, you know, you don't have to go DD hunting with this thing, but it sure is fun. It sure is fun to go after the DDs, I'm not going to lie. And it's super duper impactful for winning games. Oh, I got plane spotted. That sucks. I was hoping to get that shot in without getting plane spotted. All right, Kitakazi's gonna blind fire us a little bit. I'm gonna dump my torps here and here. We do have to watch out for this Plymouth, right? So his radar's coming in probably soonish, I would say. We haven't seen him for a little while. So I'm gonna try and just get myself angled to where I think he's gonna be, which is over there. And of course, we also have the Alaska radar to deal with, right? This Kitakazi is thirsty for sure, so we're just gonna dip a little bit. There's not really much point in us chilling in that area for any longer. And yeah, our smoke's gonna be back up in 22 seconds. It's so convenient, man. It's just so convenient. We're gonna push back this way. See if the Alaska's radaring. Doesn't appear to be. We do have to be careful here. Okay, Nustra shimmy. Okay. Gonna take some pain because the Alaska probably tries to radar us. Yep, there it is. And we'll try an angle to avoid that. And he gets an RNG fire into us, which feels really, really, really bad. Oh, and the Nustra Shimmy gets our rudder. Okay, this one's gone downhill. We just didn't have a team. And that happens as a DD. You can do all this work to map control, kill the enemy DDs, but unfortunately, we just did not have a team with us this time. Which is too bad, really. It really is. We know the Alaska's used its radar now. That is a positive. I'm gonna dump my torps here for a couple reasons. They could hit the Alaska, but the other thing is the DDs are probably pushing us this way. More than likely they're pushing us this way. So we gotta be a little careful. So now that my smoke's back up, let's just farm for a little bit. Interesting we get spotted there. But fine, honestly, all things considered. Pop the personal hydro. We know the radar's been used, right? So that's why we're okay. I'll use my last heal. And I guess we'll try and kill this Alaska. Yeah, they're quite thirsty for the blind fires. Normally, that's not going to happen. Most games, people I don't find are usually doing that much blind firing, but this game they are. We finally get ourselves a fire, which is good. Alrighty, let's try and kill ourselves a Kitakazi before we die. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen though. Unfortunate. So there you go. 60k, not a huge damage game, right? We didn't have the opportunity to farm since our team really pushed the south flank hard and the enemy team really wasn't there on the south flank. So yeah, no farming damage, but we did do a lot of controlling. Unfortunately, first game's gonna be a loss. But as far as the captain goes, this is what I got right now. This is a pretty defensive commander since we're taking both Superintendent and Survivability Expert. Since, I mean, this ship gets a lot of value out of its, healing and taking a lot of these engagements as a DD hunter, right? Of course, the guns are amazing, so you can always just farm battleships whenever you want to. I don't know what I'm going to take with my next 2 points, though. Maybe I take priority target, or I just try and go demo expert and just farm away. But personally, I really do like this more defensive build where we're focused on our healing and getting as much value out of that as possible. You could run Fearless Brawler, right? You could drop one of Survivability Expert or Superintendent, probably Superintendent, to give yourself Fearless Brawler. You get more DPM in those DD engagements. But I like the extra duration or the extra life that I can gain out of the Daring just by having the extra healing. As far as the upgrades go, DPM, concealment, you only get turning radius here, so you don't have the option for propulsion. So that's why we're taking turning. Aiming systems, of course, if we're trying to get the most value out of the guns. We want the guns to be hitting, right? But that's the build. Unfortunate defeat here. We just... yeah, we just didn't have a team, and that's fine. Those games happen. Blowouts, I think we are all aware of World of Warships in the current year. And I say current year, not 2022, because I'm guessing this is just going to continue into 2023, 2024. there's just no solution in the future for these blowouts, especially with the way the game is heading. As far as new ships coming into the game, we're getting more accurate, longer range ships that have the ability to spot things earlier, right? These super carriers having these extremely fast planes, spotting things very quickly. And then a lot of the super ships, they have a lot of range and they have a lot of accuracy at those ranges. Good shell velocity too to make use of it. So people die in very quick into a lot of these high tier games. Mid tier, low tier, it's still, I guess, reasonably normal. But even then, a lot of the new lines kind of, there's just constantly this new ship syndrome, I guess, where we're just getting more damage quicker into matches at longer ranges more consistently. This game, we don't have to deal with a carrier. We're still going to turn off our AA, though. We don't want to accidentally get spotted by a spotter plane on a battleship or something like that, right? First of all, we got a cap in the south. This is a bit of a weird... It's a bit of a weird cap to go to. I really don't like this map. This... Shards is one of the worst maps at tier 10. I just don't like the way the islands are located. It tends to be a sniping fest, but you can't really snipe, otherwise you just lose. But if you push in, you just lose too. It's really, really just, I don't know. There's probably a good idea with, you know, these ring of islands here, each team getting one ring to themselves, but it's just poorly executed, I suppose. But again, we're going to push into the cap. We're going to notice that maybe Harugumo can stand up to us in a gunfight, but we'll still take those engagements. But we're not going to have a sustained engagement with a Harugumo. It's those periodic burst engagements that we want to take over the course of a game. It's our health, it's our healing that's actually going to help us win that engagement over time. Yamagiri burst salvo can be spooky. Alaska, Moskva both have radar. So these are the things to worry about when you're playing a DD, and especially a daring that wants to take a lot of these engagements. There's also a submarine, but you know, it's probably in the middle here somewhere, slowly moving. And I don't have very much support at all. That's something to keep in mind here. I have oh no. Okay. This is bad. Please, team. I'm not going into the cap. He knows then that I'm in range if I go into the cap. Right. I assumed he would be radaring off contact considering he's so close, but he's probably saving it for the cap, so we don't want to go in the cap. A lot of people radar off getting spotted in a radar cruiser. I'm just staying angled. This is all I can do here. My intention was actually to push aggressively and then cut myself, you know, out this way using this island as, you know, a bit of a buffer from these guys. But yeah, that's not happening. If the Alaska's so aggressive, probably means there's a DD here. Yeah. So, yeah, and they've got a Moskva there as well, which is really, really scary stuff. Looks like our gearing wants to play a little bit aggressive, so I'll push a little bit as well. Are they in a div? They're not in a div. That's a good thing to check always, is if somebody's in a div. I'm not too concerned about cutting across the cap here. Unfortunately, I don't have shots for that, but what we do have is a bunch of shots for the Kerr first. So we're going to try and farm him out. And he goes dark. But he probably is just going to be grounded here. So we're just going to keep blind firing here. Not grounded, apparently. Weird. I thought for sure he would have been. Our gearing smoked up, which is, you know, I'm not blaming him at all for that because he's in a bit of a spot. But we need to keep an eye on our smoke timer. 5 seconds left on this smoke. So it's important to not shoot when your smoke is fading, because obviously you're going to get spotted then. Right? Very, very easy to accidentally get yourself spotted in this ship. Yang pushing away, so I'm not really going to do much about that. We're getting a ton of pings from middle. By our Pommern, I guess? Our gearing got the cap, which is good. Notice how they have a lot of ships here, right? So I'm feeling like either the teams are very split evenly on their team, or they have more ships down here. And a curve first pushing the south flank can be pretty bad, especially because our Azumo's not going to be able to do much against him. So we're going to do our best to hopefully deter this push from the GK. Torps, guns, all that good stuff. In fact, we have a cheeky little angle here that we can just use. You know, you don't always have to just smoke up, right? You can use island cover too. And we're also in close proximity to the cap, so it's a decent spot, I'd say. I haven't really shown the daring gun power too much yet, but the DPM is just filthy against battleships especially. German battleships are always a great target because they have such a huge superstructure. It's very easy to hit areas that you can pen very, very easily. You know, assuming you can aim. Or unfortunately hitting his rear turret there, he accelerated. And no fires, you know, like sometimes darings are just like infernos, right? Where they just get fire after fire after fire after fire. But for me, no, I guess not. You know, we're closing in on 100 hits and we got no fires with a ship that has a 9% fire chance. So, you know, you know, that's how my day is going. How's your day? Unfortunate. Looks like the Yu Yang smokes up the GK, which is totally fine, honestly. But it's good to know that he doesn't have a radar, right? Pommern gets the sub, which is pretty cool. We do like to see that. See how this Yu Yang thinks that his escape route is mid here, right? You know, he thinks he's reasonably fine, probably trying to kill the gearing, but unfortunately for him, this is not an escape route for him. Although, I gotta watch this Alaska. Might have overcommitted here, we'll see. And if the GK hydros. Fortunately, he's not yet. Torps are ready, so I'm gonna try and get ready for this Vermont, maybe? I don't know, tough spot to be in. But I am gonna stick around here just a little bit, just for when this Yu Yang maybe pops out of his smoke. And get some good shots in on him. Spotted? Hello? There you are. Right, we're reasonably well angled to the Alaska. And just like that. Get ourselves a nice kill. Alaska probably just radars us. And that's honestly totally fine. But what that did do is it threw off the Vermont's aim, certainly. And we're very, very well angled at this point. Just watching for shots coming in. Such a long duration radar too, of course. We use our acceleration to juke things as well. Trying to, at least. So it looks like he does have the upgrade for radar. Maybe. But yeah. Our smoke's going down. Otherwise, I would use this smoke to shoot from behind, right? It's always a good thing to use smokes, island cover, all that stuff. Not sure what his play is going to be here, but now that he's not looking at us, we can actually just open up. AP against his broadside. We'll swap to the HE pretty quick, though. He just doesn't have very much of a belt to connect with, right? It's kind of the issue with some of these cruisers. And other, you know, a lot of new ships are pretty low in the water. Looking at you, Sevastopol, as well. There's a lot of low in the water ships, so it makes it hard to hit the areas where the the AP is going to do the most damage consistently. All right, we're almost in a position to close this game, I think. We've done a great job of holding the caps, but, you know, the enemy team could come back from this. There's no saying they don't. All right, their team's not out of it yet. I don't think I have the spotting, but I really, really want to farm this Vermont. Okay, the Alaska is now outside of his radar range, so we don't have to worry about that for the time being. All right, can we get some fires now, please, game? Like, I want to show the people the power of this ship. All right, guys, I promise that when you get this ship, you're going to have better luck than I have, okay? I'm just getting hella unlucky right now. There's just no way there's no other way to put it, right? Like, those of you that have this ship, like, you can sound off in the comments. This ship is disgusting when it comes to fires. Of course, as soon as I want to show you guys out in a video, you know, that's when it's not going to work. But hey, you know, that's life, right? That's life. These are one takes, right? We're not cherry picking games here at all. Okay, the gearing got a fire at least, so fair enough. Okay, our team definitely mopped up in the north, which is good. And we held down south here. I do think that we had, overall, probably a weaker side here. The enemy team probably had more people down south. And we held, so it feels good. You know, I'm playing a little safer there. Trying to, you know, we played aggressive to kill the DD, but playing safe, using our guns, trying to DPM things down. Unfortunately for us, our fire chance just did not exist. 311 HE hits for 2 fires. Yeah, that's, you know, 9% fire chance or something. I promise it'll go better for you guys, all right? I promise. But that's the daring. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This one take is done. We got our 2 games in pretty quick, I would say. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.